After Jesse agreed a book would add to the overall growth of the movement he was hoping to create, I and my writing team attended every Banana Ball Rules game that year. And I was right. Social media didn't accurately cover the experience of being there. Being there was even zanier, wilder, more unpredictable, and more pure fun than anything I'd ever seen on any field. I experienced the highs and the lows, the drama and the dramatic. And I watched as Jesse's band of creatives thrilled tens of thousands of fans, setting up a future that only the wildest imagination, Red, Jesse Cole, could paint. On several of these road trips, I brought my young teen children along. When the first game ended, I noticed that my son, Will, hadn't been on his phone once during the 2 hours. With a big smile on his face, he said, "Dad, please don't take me to a regular baseball game ever again." In many ways, I'm with him. The Bananas are just crossing the starting line, with Jesse out front in that yellow tux. Where they go, and as they go, they'll have me and millions more there with them. Don Yeager, January 2023.
This is Jesse Cole. Introduction. This is not a memoir. But here's the thing. Ever since I had the vision of recreating baseball, ever since my wife, Emily, and I formed the Savannah Bananas, I've gotten a fair amount of attention. And I don't think it's only because I own 7 yellow tuxedos, complete with a matching top hat. Admittedly, I have put myself out there for any opportunity to tell our story. Maybe it's because we're doing something so different that people can't look away, almost like they want to meet us and investigate. This is not a book about your grandpa's favorite pastime. This is not about baseball. This is about the greatest show in sports. This is about Banana Ball and how it got started. In order to understand how it came to be, you have to understand how I came to be as well. And then, at least, if you get to the end and you think Banana Ball is the craziest thing you've ever heard of, you have a name you can blame for the insanity. My name is Jesse Cole. This is the story of the lessons I learned early and how they played into the lessons that I hope I continue to learn today. Okay, if you're stuck on wordplay, call it a memoir if you insist. It does include a lot of stuff about my childhood, my amateur baseball career, my hopes, my dreams, the tremendous team at my side, how Emily made me the luckiest man alive when she agreed to be my wife, on a ball field, of course, and how the direction of our life together was somehow steered toward the Bananas. That sounds like a traditional memoir, but I prefer to say this book is about a full-fledged movement, maybe even a revolution. When we came up with the name Savannah Bananas, seriously, who names a baseball team after a fruit? The local fans almost rode us out of town. But from the beginning, with our brand of flair and showmanship, with a fun-filled, fast-paced version of the game that we call Banana Ball, we've always had one priority. You, the fans. Our slogan, now, then, and forever, is simple. Fans first, entertain always. When we started the Bananas, Emily and I were deeply in debt from watching our team. We were sleeping on an air mattress, living in a 300-square-foot studio, eating ramen noodles and Hot Pockets. Yeah, our prospects didn't look so good, but I guess far greater odds have been overcome. Back then, all we had was family, a few of our non-skeptical friends, and each other, along with a persistent belief that if we somehow got people to our ballpark, they would have more fun than they'd ever dreamed possible. Our team endured and innovated to the point where the Bananas have played to nearly a decade's worth of sold-out crowds and attracted more social media followers than any major league team. The Bananas were the subject of a 5-part ESPN documentary. We executed a 33-city world tour. Some fans followed us around, sort of like the Grateful Dead's Deadheads. And then we planned to bring Banana Ball into MLB stadiums. We're different. Let me give you an example. Baseball doesn't have a clock. That's part of its charm, right? The game is timeless. At least that's what we've been told for the last century or so. Play ball. That's what you always hear in baseball. Everybody knows that one. We say it too. But a few seconds later, before our first pitch, we also say this: start the clock. We have a clock, and our games top out at 2 hours. We don't allow bunts. Batters can steal first base. And if a fan catches